Welcome. In front of me is a Poco M4, and today I'll show you how you can go through the setup process of this device. So when you boot it up for the very first time, you should be presented with this screen that you can see right over here, where you have only one option to press on the arrow. Then from the list, find your desired language. I will be using English. And then we can go to the next page, which will allow us to choose our region. Now for me, it did select the correct one, so I'm not going to be changing it. Next we have a choice of keyboard. We have either Gboard, which is the only keyboard, and Google Voice Typing, which isn't a keyboard. Anyway, moving on to the next page, we have terms and conditions, which we do need to agree to by selecting right here. Now, if you want to know what you are agreeing to, you can tap on each one of these to figure it out, read the entire legal document, and then you can select it and go to the next page. Now it will start checking for SIM card. Once it doesn't find any, it will give you this pop-up right here, and you can either insert a SIM card if you want to, or you can just ignore this, go to the next page, and then it will allow you to connect to Wi-Fi network. Now, if you choose to skip Wi-Fi connection and also not insert a SIM card, this will then not set the date and time correctly, probably, because it won't be set through internet, and also you won't see the Google login page. In any case, I'm going to be skipping both of them. Sorry for the noise if you hear any. Anyway, next we have Google services like location scanning and sending user and diagnostic data. If you don't want any of these, you could completely turn those off and then go to the next page. Next, we have option to select a screen lock. Now we have three different options. We have the screen lock, which will include PIN, pattern, or password, fingerprint, or face recognition. Now, when it comes down to the two lower ones, the face recognition and fingerprint, you will always be required to set up a physical screen lock for either one of them or both. And the reason for that is if something would happen to your face or your finger, you would lose access to your phone. And hence that would leave you with the other option, which is a physical screen lock, which wouldn't really change if something happens to the viability of your features, let's say, like the fingerprint or face. Anyway, I'm gonna skip this anyway. Next we have some basic settings. Now it's kind of funny that they're calling these basic settings. Apparently now spying is basic. Fantastic. So anyway, first of all, we have location, which basically allows apps and websites to access your location. Pretty effing intrusive if you ask me. Go get effed out of the phone. Then we have other ones. Now keep in mind, whatever I toggle off, as you can see, it just turns off. And the reason I'm pointing that out is because once we get to personalized ads, which basically just, gathers data on you and then tries to give you annoying ads based on what you might be talking about, what you're interested about, which is even more intrusive than the previous one. If you try to turn that one off, it gives you this pop-up with additional reverse psychology. So they swapped the buttons out and make the blue one that usually confirms your choice. Now, basically it will keep it on, like a complete middle finger to basically keep you in it. And I do recommend turning that off. It serves no purpose. Let's be honest, none of us like ads. We all absolutely effing despise them. And at this point, I am more willing to let YouTube block me with a 5-second black screen rather than watch their shitty ads, because YouTube has now basically started trying to ban people for using ads or just kind of prevent them. In any case, I don't recommend this. It's absolutely garbage. Moving on. When you try to go to the next page, it brings up this magazine unlock, or whatever they're calling it here, but it's basically a magazine unlock. What it does is gives you this randomly selected album of pictures, not your pictures, keep in mind, just pictures from the internet, that it will cycle through, and they can be wildly random, like a photo of a cat, Mount Fuji. Now here we don't really see this kind of like ludicrousness, but you will see things like furniture, houses, meaning architecture precisely, maybe even celebrities. So let's be honest, probably decent amount of you won't really care about majority of these photos that will be showing up, and they basically change every single time you press the power button and you're presented with the lock screen. So if you don't want this, you can turn it off right here. And this virtually finishes up the setup once it actually gives us the arrow. Now going back to the little magazine unlock, carousel, whatever it's called, you can change the settings later on by going into the home screen and lock screen. I believe the setting is something with lock screen, and in there you'll find this option, which you can toggle on or off if you want to test it out. Click on the arrow, and this should give us our home screen, hopefully. There we go. And there we go. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.